evening, I'm Maham Tawa with the news-making headlines around the world. His Highness the Emir receives the senior army commanders and security officers who praise His Highness Sheikh Sabah on being honored as humanitarian leader and Kuwait as a humanitarian center. His Highness the Emir assures heads of the diplomatic missions that Kuwait will continue to support humanitarian activities in line with its stable foreign policy. His Highness the Prime Minister holds official talks with His Excellency the Italian President in the Quaranelli Palace during his official visit to the capital, Rome. And the First Deputy Premier and Foreign Minister meets with the heads of the Arab diplomatic missions in Italy to discuss the latest regional and international developments. In our first item, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah received this morning at Bayan Palace in the presence of His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, Acting Prime Minister, Minister of Interior, Acting Minister of Awqaf and Islamic Affairs and Acting Minister of Defense Sheikh Mohammed Al-Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Sabah, accompanied by top commanders of Kuwait Army. His Highness the Emir also received in the presence of His Highness the Crown Prince, Acting Prime Minister, Minister of Interior, Acting Minister of Awqaf and Islamic Affairs and Acting Minister of Defense Sheikh Mohammed Al-Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Sabah, accompanied by top officers of Kuwait Police. His Highness the Emir then received in the presence of His Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Chief of the National Guard Sheikh Mishal Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah and top National Guard commanders. His Highness the Emir also received in the presence of His Highness the Crown Prince, Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs, Acting Minister of Justice and Acting Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Al-Mubarak Al-Sabah and senior officials of the Kuwait Fire Service Directorate. The top state, military and security officials congratulated His Highness the Emir on being honored by the United Nations as humanitarian leader and the State of Kuwait as a humanitarian center. The meeting was attended by Minister of Emiri Diwan Affairs Sheikh Nasser Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Sabah and top state officials. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah received this morning at Bayan Palace in the presence of His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs, Acting Minister of Justice and Acting Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Al-Mubarak Al-Sabah, accompanied by senior officials of the Foreign Ministry, the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Ambassador of the Republic of Senegal to the State of Kuwait, Abdel Ahad Mabki, and heads of diplomatic missions in Kuwait, who expressed congratulations on His Highness the Emir proclamation by the United Nations as humanitarian leader and the State of Kuwait as a humanitarian center. Addressing the diplomats, His Highness the Emir expressed deep gratitude for the diplomats' kind sentiments and appreciation for the graceful gesture that depicts depth of the relations between the State of Kuwait with other states. His Highness the Emir stated that the praise heaped upon Kuwait by the United Nations is an unprecedented step in the UN records and reflects the high status of the country in the sector of humanitarian action. His Highness Sheikh Sabah added that Kuwait will continue to support any humanitarian activities in line with its stable foreign policy designed to help any state seeking help. For his part, Ambassador Mabki congratulated His Highness the Emir and noted that His Highness Sheikh Sabah was honored by the UN due to his lifelong devotion for charitable work, as well as for the Kuwaiti people generous contributions worldwide. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah received this morning at Bayan Palace His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. His Highness the Emir also received the Acting Prime Minister, Minister of Interior, Acting Minister of Awqaf and Islamic Affairs and Acting Minister of Defense Sheikh Mohammed Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Sabah. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah received this afternoon at Bayan Palace the Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs, Acting Minister of Justice and Acting Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Al Mubarak Al Sabah, accompanied by Director General of Kuwait Fire Service Directorate, Major General Yusuf Abdullah Al Ansari, and several senior officials from KFSD who presented His Highness the Emir with a copy of Kuwait Firefighting Code. The meeting was attended by the Deputy Minister of the Emiri Diwan Affairs Sheikh Ali Jarrah Al Sabah.
على اساس قبل لا يبني اي منشاه عنده الشروط واضحه واحنا نساعدهم بشرحه.
هذا اللي يجب يكون.
نعم طبعا.
هذا اللي يجب
بناء على اوامر سمو
البلديه لازم شويه.
هذا بعد تبنوه مجلس التعاون، كان لنا شرف كبير انه يتبنون الكود الكويتي والمراجع.
مجلس التعاون تأمر اخذ الكود الكويتي وعممه على باقي دول مجلس التعاون. هذا هم بعد فخر لنا طبعا.
وبدايه من السبعينيات استعنا مستشار امريكي، وبعدها احنا كوادر كويتيه هي اللي بنته. واليوم الحقيقه كان شرف كبير ان مجلس التعاون تبناه.
يعطيكم العافيه.
الله يعافيك.
السيد السمو كانت
فخورين فيكم وفي ما تسوون.
الله يبارك فيك.
السيد السمو تامك بعد يعني ما تشرفنا بمقابلتك نوزع الان عمر ونعتمده ويتوزع على الادارات والامور وعلى الله يحفظك.
His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah received a cable of congratulations from His Excellency President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, in which he congratulated His Highness for naming Kuwait a humanitarian center and himself a humanitarian leader by the United Nations. The cable said this honoring was in recognition and appreciation of His Highness the Emir's contributions and support to humanitarian action, which boosted Kuwait's position at the international level. The Somali President also wished His Highness the best of health and continual progress for the state of Kuwait under his prudent leadership. His Highness the Emir sent a reply cable expressing gratitude and appreciation to His Excellency the President of Somalia for his kind feelings and best wishes, as well as for his congratulations on being named by the United Nations the humanitarian leader and Kuwait the humanitarian center. His Highness the Emir also thanked President Mahmoud for his praise of the state of Kuwait and its outstanding support to the relief work across the world, adding that this gesture reflected the existing good relations between the two countries and their friendly people. Al-Jaber al-Subah received a cable of congratulations from His Excellency President of the Republic of Armenia, Serge Sargsyan, in which he congratulated His Highness for naming Kuwait a humanitarian center and himself a humanitarian leader by the United Nations. The cable said this honoring was in recognition and appreciation of His Highness the Emir's contributions and support to humanitarian action, which boosted Kuwait's position at the international level. His Highness the Emir sent a reply cable expressing thanks and appreciation to His Excellency the President of Armenia for his kind sentiments and for the praise of the State of Kuwait and its outstanding support to the relief work across the world. Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber al-Subah sent a cable of congratulations to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Costa Rica, Luis Guillermo Solis, on the occasion of his country's National Day. His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber al-Subah also sent a cable of congratulations to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Costa Rica on the occasion of his country's National Day. And His Highness Sheikh Jabal Mbarak Al-Hamad Al-Subah, the Prime Minister, also sent a similar cable. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber al-Subah sent a cable of congratulations to His Excellency the Governor-General of Papua New Guinea, Michael Ogio, on the occasion of his country's National Day. His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber al-Subah sent a cable of congratulations to His Excellency Governor-General of Papua New Guinea on the occasion of his country's National Day. And His Highness Sheikh Jabal Mbarak Al-Hamad Al-Subah, the Prime Minister, also sent a similar cable. His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber al-Subah received this morning at Bayan Palace the Acting Prime Minister, Minister of Interior, Acting Minister of Awqaf and Islamic Affairs, and Acting Minister of Defense, Sheikh Mohammed Al-Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Subah. His Highness Sheikh Jabal Mbarak Al-Hamad Al-Subah, the Prime Minister, accompanied by his official delegation, held official talks with His Excellency the President of the Italian Republic, Giorgio Napolitano, in the Quaranelli Palace during his official visit to the capital, Rome. During the meeting, His Highness the Prime Minister conveyed a written message from His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber al-Subah to the Italian President, expressing good wishes to the Italian people and their leadership. The message also shed light on the historic and solid ties between the two countries, as well as an invitation by His Highness the Emir to the Italian President to visit Kuwait. The two sides also discussed regional and international issues of common concern, emphasizing the necessity of exerting greater efforts in the fight against terrorism. His Highness Sheikh Jabal Mbarak Al-Hamad Al-Subah, the Prime Minister, held official talks with his Italian counterpart Matteo Renzi at the Chigi Palace in Rome. During the meeting, the premiers discussed means of fostering bilateral ties in all fields, focusing on economy and investment. They also addressed the latest developments in the Middle East and the international efforts seeking to achieve security and stability in the region. The premiers also exchanged views on key regional and international issues of common concern, as well as bilateral cooperation to combat terrorism. His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Italian Republic, Matteo Renzi, held a luncheon banquet in honor of His Highness Sheikh Jaber Al-Mbarak Al-Hamad Al-Subah, the Prime Minister, and his accompanying official delegation on the occasion of his visit to the country. His Highness Sheikh Jaber Al-Mbarak Al-Hamad Al-Subah, the Prime Minister, accompanied by his official delegation, met with the senior Kuwaiti officials during his visit to the headquarters of the Kuwait Petroleum International Company in Rome. His Highness the Prime Minister was welcomed by Chief Executive Officer of Kuwait Petroleum Corporation, KPC, Nizar Al-Adsani, who reviewed the activities of the oil company, the second largest petroleum corporation operating in Italy. For his part, the KPC CEO, Bakhit Al-Rashidi, reviewed the company's accomplishments and operations in Europe and Asia. At the end of the gathering, His Highness the Premier expressed satisfaction regarding the successful Kuwaiti ventures in Italy, lauding the faithful and sincere personnel for serving Kuwait's interests. The First Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Sheikh Subah Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Subah met with heads of the Arab diplomatic missions in the Italian Republic, Italy, on the sidelines of the official visit of His Highness Sheikh Jaber Al-Mbarak Al-Hamad Al-Subah, the Prime Minister, to Italy. During the meeting, the Dean of the Arab Diplomatic Missions Corps, Ambassador of Morocco to Italy, Hassan Abu Ayoub, welcomed Sheikh Subah Khalid in the Italian capital, emphasizing that such meetings contribute much to the coordination of Arab diplomatic action. For his part, Sheikh Subah Khalid reviewed the key points relevant to His Highness the Prime Minister's visit to Italy, as well as the latest key developments on the regional and international levels. Israel claimed a rocket hit the settlement of Eshol adjacent to Gaza, fired by Palestinian resistant groups. The Palestinian factions, including Hamas movement, denied the fire launch and said it honored the Palestinian side's position of the ceasefire agreement. More in the following report with Fatma Abdel Karim from Ramallah.
Israeli security sources said that a rocket was launched from Gaza into Eshkol settlement on the borderline with the Gaza Strip on Tuesday night. Israel claimed that this rocket meant a break of the ceasefire and threatened to punish those responsible, accusing Hamas and other Palestinian resistance groups of the rocket launch. However, Palestinians say Israel's claims are baseless, as Hamas disavowed the claims and reiterated the national Palestinian position, which calls to respect the ceasefire.
The continuous Israeli violations show that Israel is trying to restart an attack on the Palestinian people. This means all Palestinian factions should not be drawn to reactions. The top priority now is the reconstruction of Gaza.
Israel kept its threat to punish Palestinians, and this is what worried observers and politicians. The interim ceasefire agreement was meant to lead to talks that would yield a furthered agreement to consolidate the ceasefire and slowly open up the besieged strip during a process of reconstruction. This incident, reported by Israel, may be used as a pretext, Palestinians say, to tear apart all the positive prospects for the Egypt-brokered talks.
We call on the United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and other world leaders to intervene, because continuing to prevent the construction materials from getting into Gaza this will increase the suffering of the Palestinians and will aggravate the already deteriorating situations in the Gaza Strip.
The rocket claimed by Israel was reported not to have caused any damage or losses. However, it jeopardizes the fragile ceasefire, especially that history of ceasefire talks between Palestinians and Israelis have failed short on trust in maintaining a long-term state of calm. The situation on the field borders and on the political front lines forecasts a possible return to the square number one, and therefore the fear of the Palestinian leadership of postponing Gaza's reconstruction plans, to which the international community had promised, but only after reaching a consolidated ceasefire agreement. Fatma Abdel Karim, Kuwait TV, Ramallah, Palestine.
Finally, moving to the local financial news, where for the second day in a row, the three main indices of Kuwait Stock Exchange ended the trading session in green, with the price index gaining 14 points to reach 7,586 points. The KSX 15 index also put on about 6 points and settled at the level of 1,211 points. The share of the Kuwait Syrian Holding Company was the top gainer during the session, while that of Al Mudon International Real Estate Company suffered the biggest loss. For a chance to see our reports again, please visit our YouTube channel at MOI Kuwait News. Well, with that, we conclude our news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a pleasant time. I'm Maham Kawa. Before we go, we remind you once again of our main top stories. Have a pleasant time and good night. His Highness the Emir receives senior army commanders and security officers who praise His Highness Sheikh Sabah on being honored as humanitarian leader and Kuwait as a humanitarian center. His Highness the Emir assures heads of the diplomatic missions that Kuwait will continue to support humanitarian activities in line with its stable foreign policy. His Highness the Prime Minister holds official talks with His Excellency the Italian President in the Quaranale Palace during his official visit to the capital, Rome. And the First Deputy Premier and Foreign Minister meets with the heads of the Arab diplomatic missions in Italy to discuss the latest regional and international developments.